Every number holds in itself a powerful message. In numerology, certain numbers that appear in a pair of 2 or 3, such as 111, 1111, 222, etc., are believed to be carrying a strong meaning with them. The repetition and appearance of these numbers in your lives hold meaning to them. It is not a coincidence that you find these numbers randomly around you, but it is considered that these numbers are an indication of the divine power and the angels to guide you throughout your life. These numbers become the tiny hints from angels that can lead you onto the correct path. Usually, as we get stuck in our lives, we forget that the divine power is always looking upon us, and we start to overlook the signs that they send our way. But these numbers or signs are a symbol of true love that they are sending toward us, trying to communicate with us through them. The more you will learn to admire the presence of these numbers, the more you will have an acceptance of these numbers, and the more you will begin to find them continually in life. According to the teachings of the writer and researcher Drunvalo Melchizedek, who is also the writer of the book The Seed of Life, he explains that if you find certain numbers to be recurringly appearing to you through random things in a group of 3, then there is a message for you to be perceived by those numbers. For starters, he says that if you find the number 000 all around you, then you need not worry about it. It means nothing. It means to relax, snicker, moving forward in all seriousness. If you find the number 111 around you, then it represents a positive flow of energy. This energy could be in any form, be it money, electricity, or sexual energy. This number represents that some form of energy is coming your way. The number 222 represents the beginning of a new cycle. It is dependent on the cause and effect reaction. Whatever you are thinking about is what is going to manifest in your reality. You need to be mindful if you find any other number after this, because that will heavily determine where this new cycle of life will take you. The number 333 comes with an interesting twist. It holds after itself the probability between 2 other numbers. First of all, it represents a decision that you were about to take in your life. The result of the decision could go either way. If the next number that you find becomes 666, then it means that your decision was not right, or something went wrong in the direction of your decision. You will have to start all over again to reach your desired results. But if the next number that you find becomes 999, then it will represent success. It represents that you made the correct choice and the path has been completed. The next number that Drunvalo Melchizedek explains is 444. This number also represents that you have just begun to step up into the spiritual world, trying to understand the meaning of it. It shows that you are on the right path. It shows that you are in a mysterious school where you are trying to learn the new chapters, and that have opened themselves before you. The next number is 555, which is actually considered to be the number of Christ himself. It is the highest number that one can find amongst all the numbers. If you find this number after finding the number 444, then it means that you have concluded your spiritual journey successfully. Next comes the number 666, which we believe is the number of the devil, but actually it represents the materialistic world. This number comes to us as a warning sign to reconsider our decisions in life. Whatever it is that we are doing or thinking about doing, we need to reconsider its consequences, because we are about to succumb to the materialistic world. Finding this number once is a mild warning, but if you find it again, then things are getting serious. You need to stop it. You need to stop everything that you are doing. Do not avoid the warning. The next one is the number 777. It is the number that comes in between the relationship of the number 444 and 555. As we've already discussed, that number 444 represents that you're at the initial steps of understanding of spirituality, and the number 555 represents that you have achieved the purity of humankind. The number 777 here represents that you are in between of these two stages. It means that you are on the right path in understanding the spiritual world, and you are practicing it throughout your life. You are incorporating it in your life through practicing meditation and yoga, and you are about to achieve the spiritual ascension and reach the number 555. The number 888, next in the series, is also connected to the number 444. It will present that you have completed the process successfully, and you begin to understand this life and the things that surround it with open mind and heart. It marks the completion of your journey that you began with the number 444. The last number that he explains is the number 999, which we already know that it also represents the completion of a cycle. This number is connected to the number 333, as if you find 999 after finding 333, then you will have successfully completed making a good decision in life. It gives you positivity and assurance that your decision was not incorrect. It gives you an assurance that you chose the right path. This number is also connected to the number 222. As the number 222 is the beginning of a cycle, that cycle got completed when you find the number 999. These numbers are not just any myth. These numbers have been playing their role for many, many centuries now. The Greek philosopher Pythagoras during ancient times is believed to be the first scientist who presented to the world that the number 11. The number itself represents in a human being an ability that is much more greater than an average human being. He believed that the people who find the number 11 are the creators of the new future. The number 11 represents oneself, and the self of Christ is embodied in the heart of the person, leading to enlightenment and reincarnation with every soul as the inner voice leads to divinity. It is the same voice that told Abraham to enter a new land. It is by the power of being highly spiritually awakened and being consciously aware of oneself that he followed the path of faith. The path that led him into finding answers to the questions that were a mystery before the Enlightenment. It is the expression that is used in the books that the more you grow spiritually, you will come to know that cosmic consciousness is nothing but the identification of real light of the world. The real light that has no darkness in it, the light that leads to the ascension of the human consciousness, is the ultimate source of power. So the number 11 plays a highly important role in the conscious awakening of humankind. Further, if we look at the number 1111, it is the number that represents the opening of new gateways and the beginning of new times. Spiritual evolution is the process that occurs every minute and every second that life existed on this earth. The more the evolutionary cycle began to expand and continued to roll with time, the more this portal of new energy and change visually presented itself. It gained momentum with every pivotal point in the history of human existence. It is clearly evident that the amount of time the human race has spent on this earth has clearly brought upon us a change in consciousness with every change in era. The change might be so subtle and unnoticeable, but we cannot deny its existence. Each and every individual plays its role in the process of spiritual ascension, and the numbers help us identify to align ourselves with the guidance of the higher spiritual power. The ascension and descension is a continual process that keeps on occurring through the multitude of the universe. The numbers helped humanity to rise towards higher consciousness till now, and with continual guidance by the signals, they will lead us to the correct path in the future as well. Frequent occurrence of these numbers provides the light that helps us to align ourselves, to bring back the balance required to raise the vibrational energy of an individual. New synaptic connections are formed in the brain to become able to acknowledge these higher energetic pulses, directing to the upliftment of an individual from animal instinct to conscious awakening. Our brain is designed to collect signals through the stimulus perceived by the eyes. So when we see the number 1111, we need to realize that it is the numerological energy that is escorting us into a new octave of solar light. This energetic signal represents the ascension of the inner self to a higher echelon that can be depicted as the merging of the self with the infinity, leaving behind all the limitations and fear of the unknown. The vast void represents an unknowable, unborn future. As we transition into a higher dimensional flux, time matrices are altering. A doorway that existed before creation serves as a constant reminder that you are a part of the cosmos. The biggest truth of our life that we tend to forget is reminded to us in the form of the number 1111, as it is the numbers that lead to new beginnings, believing in the power of the self and manifesting reality. It is a constant reminder that the Creator has not yet forgotten about His creation. The Creator is there to guide us and embrace us at every step of the process of ascension. The opening and closing of the portals between the known and the unknown is materializing constantly, and we are in between these locales, acquiring guidance from the divine creation to achieve the conscious awakening that our heart desires at the very core of it. Another powerful sequence of numerology is the combination or the singularity of the number 2. It may appear in a pair of 2 or 4, such as 22, 22, 22, or even as 222. This number represents that it is the time for you to create the life of your desire and begin the journey of manifestation of your life, which is free from frustrations and fear of failure. This number signifies the beginning of a new journey that is fueled by the power of your words. It also represents that it is time for you to acknowledge the power of the self that vibrates at a higher polarity. And by setting clear intentions, you will be planting seeds along the way that will germinate out with time, giving you the fruitful results of your desire. You just need to be intentional with your deeds and consciously practice manifestation to achieve higher vibrational energy. The number 2222 also signifies the beginning of new relationships, happiness, love, prosperity, and harmony. Over a period of time, conscious, intentional actions will result in the healing of the self through the blessings of the heavenly seasons, bringing harmony to your life. The number 3,333 holds significant importance, as this number allows you direct pathway that you need to become able to commute within the spiritual realm. This number represents the Holy Trinity, the 3 sides of the pyramid, and even the repetition of the number 3 is recurrent within the human DNA. Number 3 is evidently present throughout our existence, as a holiness exists between our mind, body, and soul, which travels through the past, present, and future. This number gives us the signal that the angels are trying to communicate with us. Whenever you see this number, be mindful, for if you find the next signal or number by the angels and the higher beings, the numbers 44, 4,444, and 444 represent that you are about to explore a new opportunity for growth and success. You need to allow yourself to believe in the path and submit yourself to the process. Do not allow the negativity around you to affect your decisions and disrupt the equilibrium of your heart. Trust the signal by the divine power, and you will find the realization of your dreams at the end of the tunnel. The numbers 55, 5,555, and 555 are considered to be the highest level of love and purity, which contributes to the character of a divine human being. This number represents that you have completed the cycle of your spiritual journey, and the universe is creating pathways that are an answer to your long-forgotten prayers. It symbolizes that you are being subjected to a betterment of self that will lead you into enlightenment of the soul. The number 66, 6,666, and 666 are considered to be negative numbers, and people relate these numbers to the power of the devil. But this number holds in itself the positivity for you to return to your roots. The number 6,666 represents that you need to get back to the original seed, the root idea that has led you so far in life. It is time to correct the mistakes that you have made along the way and work back towards peace and harmony on the newly constructed pathway. The number 7 is considered to represent the inner warrior that travels within our soul to fight the darkness. The number 7 is the source of light that allows you to stay on the correct path. It has the ability to transport you into the realm of the unknown, place where miracles occur and you experience the magic, the wonder, and the miracles of the nature. The number 8 represents the power of the infinity, the power that can allow you travel to the Milky Way through a portal that is beyond our normal perceived reality. It represents the shattering of previous beliefs that were holding you back from progressing towards new opportunity through the unbelievable power of infinity. The number 9 represents the completion of the cycle that has led you to becoming self-aware. It presents the completion of the process of healing of the cells, allowing you to enter into the new level of conscious awareness.